Hello everyone, welcome to Dada's FoodCrave kitchen. In today's recipe, I will be showing you how to make this delicious yet very nutritious okra soup. If you are new to my channel and this is the first time you are tuning into my channel and you find my videos very interesting to you, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget that notification bell because you'll be the first to know whenever I upload a new video. And thanks to all my returning subscribers and all my viewers for constantly watching my video. Brace yourself, guys, because this okra soup will take you to a whole nother level. This okra soup was so delicious. It was so drawy. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are interested in seeing how to achieve this delicious okra soup, please stay tuned. And without any further ado, let's get cooking. Alright guys, my Dada's team, so I am going to explain as I go, so make sure you watch this video to the end if you want to achieve making yourself this delicious nutritious okra soup. So I'm going to explain as I go. So first, what I'm going to do is I am going to blend 4 Scotch bonnet pepper, adjust the spice to your liking. I'm also going to blend in 1 medium onion and add 2 jumbo cubes. Then next in my pot, I am going to add my assorted meat, which I have here goat meat and cow foot. Then I'm going to add my blended ingredients. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt, cover the pot and season cook my meat for 10 to 20 minutes without adding any water. Then next I have here locust beans, which we call netetu in Gambia, and I also have some ogiri. I made this ogiri homemade. If you are interested, I will put a link down below how to make your own homemade ogiri. So I am going to add the locust beans, which is the netetu, into my food processor, and then add the ogiri in it, and then add some Maggi and blend them until they combine together. Then I'm going to add a little bit of water, obviously, because the ogiri is very thick, so it will be easy for me to blend it. Then I'm going to add the Maggi. If you don't have ogiri or locust beans, which is the netetu, you can definitely cook your okra soup without. But the ogiri and the locust beans give the okra soup that great, delicious, authentic taste to it. Trust me. But you can, like I said, make your own homemade ogiri. I will put a link down below so that you can start adding your ogiri into your okra soup. So blend that until it turns into a puree and put that aside. Next, I have a whole whitening fish here. I'm simply just gonna add some salt to it and then put it in the broiler and broil it in the oven and put that aside as well until I'm ready to use them. Next, I have some okra here. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of ways how to cut your okra. First, I have 1 pack of okra here, which I cut in very tiny cuts. Usually I will cut the tail and the head off, which I don't like to add in my soup. Cut the head and the tail off and then cut the okra, slice it in 4, like so. So I'm using 1 pack here. If you want, you can blend half of the okra and keep the other half as not blended, but I decided to cut this 1 batch into tiny pieces, like so, tiny cuts. Like I said, if you want, you can add it into the blender, but I do not want to add it into the blender. Like I said, I use only 1 pack. Total in this recipe, I use 4 packs of okra, depending on how it is packaged at your grocery store. So here I have another 3 packs, like I said, that I cut in big cuts. Cut the head and the tail off. If you want, you can cut it 1 by 1, which would take you a long time to finish cutting your okra. Or you can grab as much okra as you want, like 3 or 4 or 5 okras in one hand. Cut the head and the tail off and grab them all together and cut them at once. And that's the fastest way to cut your okra. So then next, I am just gonna add the ones that I cut the tiny cuts and the big cuts together and put them aside until I'm ready to use them. As you can see, my meat's been seasoned cooked without adding any water. This was all the water from the meat. Season cook it really good, and now I am going to add more water into the pot and continue on cooking my meat so that it will be very tender. As you can see, my meat's been cooked. It has reached to the texture that I want. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of palm oil, guys. Do not add a lot of palm oil when cooking your okra soup. You will thank me later. Add a little bit of palm oil when you're cooking your okra soup, because you don't want to be drinking oil, guys. So I went ahead and add my cow belly, which is my shaki. I usually like to add that later so that it will continue on cooking as well. I do not like it to be too extra tender. Then, I mean, with the okra soup and all, it's going to be too, I don't want to choke. I want to be able to chew the shaki as well. So then I went ahead also and add my blended locust beans and ogiri. I added 2.5 tablespoons of that. So I'm going to mix that together and cook it for an additional 25 minutes. Then in a separate pot, I am going to now steam my okra. This will make the okra soup very extra drawy and slimy. And then I'm going to add sodium bicarbonate. Now, I want you guys to be mindful. If you decide to add baking soda into your okra soup, make sure it says on the packet food grade, because I believe there's 2 different types of baking soda. You have one that I think I'm believing it's for cleaning, like your pots and pans and stuff like that, and you have one that's food grade, that is made for baking and cooking. So be mindful of that whenever you're buying baking soda or bicarbonate sodium baking soda. Make sure it's food grade. If not, use the potash stone, which in Gambia we call lubi. I went ahead and add 1/2 tablespoon and mix it a little bit, and then add water. Not so much water. I'm just gonna steam the okra, because okra really doesn't take long to cook, and you don't want to take out all that nutrients from the okra. And also adding the baking soda will keep the okra to its green color. It will help sustain and keep that green color to it. Then I went ahead and chopped my baby spinach. You can use any greens of your choice and chop it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my fish that I broil into the broiler, my whitening fish. And then I'm gonna mix it up and cover the pot and let the fish cook a little bit. And next I am going to now check on my okra. As you can see, the okra is being steamed really well. It is drawy and it still have that green beautiful color to it. Yes, thank me later. Cook your okra soup this way. Follow this recipe step by step. You will come back and say thank you, Dada. So the okra has been really steamed. Like I said, it doesn't take long to cook. So next, everything's been blended really well into the okra soup. My fish, my meat, my palm oil, everything's been cooked. Now I'm gonna add my okra into the rest of the other ingredients. Look how slimy that is, guys. Yes, yes, yes. You do not need to overcook your vegetables. You do not need to overcook your okra. Like I said again, you want to have all that great nutrients into your okra. Do not overcook it. I usually like to taste my okra when I'm eating my okra soup, because in that way I know I'm really eating the okra and I'm really also benefiting from all the great nutrients that it has to offer. Okra have lots of great nutrients, I'm telling you guys. So I went ahead and add my baby spinach. Like I said, you can add any greens of your choice. You can add kale, you can add fresh ayoyo leaf, any leaf of your choice, you can add that. All right, if not, just cook the plain okra soup that way. Spinach also doesn't take long to cook as well. Do not overcook your vegetables. And also one thing I want to mention, when you cook in your any type of dishes, the more water you add, the less tasty your food is going to get. So you want to make sure you eyeball everything that you're doing when it comes to adding water. Then the okra soup will be too wata, then it won't be too thick and looking very beautiful and nutritious. So you want to be mindful of that. Don't add too much water into your okra soup. Just a little bit, enough water that's enough to cook everything. Because the more water, the less tastier your food is going to be. Then I went ahead and add an additional 3 Scotch bonnet pepper to squeeze on the side, and went ahead and add another jumbo cube. Adjust the spice to your own liking. Like I said, at this point, everything is almost done, but not quite. I'm going to cook it for an additional 5 minutes, and stay tuned and see what I'm going to enjoy my okra soup with, guys. Yes. At this point, look at this okra soup. Do not add too much palm oil into your okra soup. You don't want to be drinking no oil. Yes, you want to be able to enjoy your okra soup without having to worry about drinking all that palm oil. Yes, look at that, guys. This okra soup is the best okra soup of the year 2021. Yes, thank me later. You can enjoy it with white rice or your fufu, your gari, your eba, whatever it is that you want to enjoy your okra soup with. It's ready to go. It was so slimy and was so drawy, guys. It was all over my chin and over my shirt. So be aware when you make this okra soup, make sure you wear an apron or a bib around your neck, because yes, you don't want to wear any white shirt, because it will definitely go on your clothes, because it was so slimy and was so drawy. As you can see, I am going to enjoy my okra soup with my fresh cassava fufu that I made, which I already have a video. I'll put a link down below so that you guys can make your own fresh cassava fufu to enjoy your okra soup with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next upload. Thank you all so much. I'll see you. Bye.